It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get stolen away. It's nobody's birthday, so leave the party hats behind. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. There'll be no balloon animals, no Chuck E. Cheese, no animatronics singing dogs. There'll be none of this for me. And don't give me any fucking birthday cards. I don't need your sympathy. The Hallmark stores are all closed and shit. There'll be none of this for me. It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no big surprise. The candles' flames were doused away by the teardrops from my eyes. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need for presents at this time. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. No, it's nobody's birthday but mine. There's something broken inside of me, something no one else can see. Something hurts and it's way down deep. I think there's something wrong with me. I've got friends that I never see. They say they don't have time for me. I try to reach out to my family, but I just get voicemail. I try to watch TV. It only saddens me. Everyone's yelling and screaming and fighting in the streets. I put some food in the microwave, forgot about it for several days. Then when I found it, I just threw it away. There's surely something wrong with me. All the kids in the neighborhood tell me I don't look so good. How I would change it all if I could, but I can't. Every day used to be such possibility. Now every road that I take leads to failure and despair. Here we go. There's something broken inside of me, but whatever will be, will be. I guess it's just my fucking destiny, because there's something wrong with me. Play it. guess it's just my fucking destiny, because there's something wrong with me. Holy guacamole, holy guacamole, I just got hit by a car. And you're the one who swept me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma. Guacamole me, guacamole you, I just got busted for drugs. And you're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead, played me for a fool. Making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie, I just got mauled by a bear. And you're the one who covered me with honey, thought it was so funny, how could you be so cruel? Take it. Officer Stromboli, I just got shot in the face. And you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole coma, Yuma, Arizona, I just got
testing.
Hepatitis
Check.
C.
1, 2. Help! Help!
And
Help!
you were standing there with a syringe.
Testing.
How
1,
it
2,
makes
3.
me cringe.
Computer.
Breaks my
Volume
heart
10.
into holy
Computer. Set timer for 1 hour.
lumpy, green and rolly.
Actually, no. Computer.
Baby,
Cancel
I
that.
wouldn't change a thing.
Canceling the timer.
Computer.
'Cause
Set timer
even
for
though
51
I'm down
minutes.
upon my
51
luck,
minutes, starting now.
I don't give a fuck.
Computer. How much time left on the timer?
You have 50 minutes left on your 51-minute timer.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a very special dish, partly my own creation and also partly the creation of a couple of other people on the internet, including AnytimeAmy.com. So, it's leftover spaghetti pie. And let's talk about it for a second. How many times do you make spaghetti, and since you don't have a family or loved ones, you just have a cat who can't eat the same food as you do, you wind up having leftover spaghetti for weeks and weeks. And you start Googling whether it goes bad or not, and you're not sure if you should test it or whatever. Well, this is going to be a solution for that. Obviously, you could just reheat the spaghetti and eat it the next day for lunch. But who doesn't also want to have a pizza? And the content of pizza is very similar to the content that they use to make pasta. It's called seminola, and it's basically a grain, most likely or most popular in Europe, places like Italy where pasta originates. So let's go ahead here now, and I also want to make a very special announcement. As you can probably see here in the corner, there's a There should be a graphic for HelloFresh. HelloFresh is the sponsor of today's stream. Now, we don't do a lot of sponsors here, maybe about 2 a year. I'm always flattered when they ask to do a sponsorship because it means that they feel that the audience that's watching our show is in the market for their product. And I will also say that I use HelloFresh and I think it's great. And we're going to talk about it. They deliver all the ingredients to your house in just the right amounts, and then you make the meal yourself, and it comes out tasting like something that you would get at a restaurant. I don't see a downside, and also, especially now, if you go to my front page on Twitch, there is a about section, and there's a graphic there where you click on it, it'll go to my link, and with that link you can save a lot of money on your first order of it. And also I want to say now it's available in all countries. Before it was just here in the US, but now it's Canada, UK, France, everything. So I'm happy about that, and you'll get the discount. And it says right here, meals with every order for 2 months. Outside the U.S., the local discount will apply. And the discounts are all the same. I believe it's 50%, but you'll know as soon as you order. Dazzlecat asks, what do I do with the free kids meal if I don't have a kid? Well, you can throw it away, but I would say you could also eat it. M. Cariotti, that's good because we are Boursin in France. That's right. If all of the users, all 164 users right now are all Boursin, that would be bad for me because then, wow, what the... Midnight Faded just gifted 5 subs. Hold on a second. Let's check in on the alerts here. For some reason, it's taking a little while here to load. I'm going to have to check back in on that. Oh, yeah, here we go. Midnight Faded, that's very kind of you to gift 5 subs. The sub count, I will, once it gets below 400, it usually worries me a little bit. But right now, we're at 414, so we're above that threshold. And it's thanks to you and others like you, like Anonymous, for example, who gifted a tier 1 sub to Jessia Games. Jessia Games sounds like a Twitch handle. Maybe they have a channel. Also, Link's Deity gifted a tier 1 sub to Mr. Scottius. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate this. A couple of other alerts here. I'm going to get back. But the last thing I wanted to say about the HelloFresh thing is there's also, you could click on the link that you see in the chat or on my About section on the Twitch page. Or you can use this code. And it's a long one. POG HF144512. POGHF 144512. You could come up with a fun mnemonic device to remember that. Like, people often go HelloFresh. 144512 is the area code for Austin, Texas, I believe. It's pretty tough, actually. But there's a code there in the chat. You can copy and paste it or just click on the link. That's a lot easier. But I'm going to be demonstrating all of that. But right now, and I want to thank you, the users, for allowing me to awkwardly be a pitch man. It does help the stream, and it also is a product that I think is actually good. So I don't have any problem doing it, and I appreciate your patience while I stumble through it. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So Parasitosis has resubscribed for 22 months and says, I'm sorry I am 2 weeks late, Henry. I had to go to the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that is. NIST? The feds needed me to show that I know how to use a balance. Got a 99% on their difficult exam, and I can officially measure mass and weight. Oh, that's great. Congratulations. I am ready to make pesto fried eggs now. I didn't realize that you had to do all of that certification in order to use a balance. Now, I don't use a balance. I use my computer to make conversions and all that kind of stuff. Like, for example, computer, how many ounces is an apple?
A medium apple weighs approximately 6 1/3 ounces. However, the weight of an apple can vary depending on its size and type. On average, an apple weighs around 6 ounces, or 167 grams.
Okay, computer, how many pounds is 6 ounces?
6 ounces is 0.375 pounds.
Okay, and then computer, how much would that be in grams? Yeah, so now the computer sometimes gets stopped up if you ask too many questions in a row. But thank you, Parasitosis, and congratulations to you for that info, for that accomplishment. Borsenvin says, some people say 23 months is good enough to raise a full zucchini. As bloated and sunburnt as you are my favorite vegetable, Henry. Thank you very much, Borsenvin. Am I sunburned? I thought it was more of a tan, but maybe it's a sunburn. Borsenvin also resubscribed at the Tier 3 level for 23 months. Can you imagine that? Tier 3. That's a very high tier subscriber, and I want to thank you, Borsenvin, for all that you do. And I want to make sure that you're already in the song at the end because you're one of our VIP members. But also, I want to make sure, you're also on the Tier 3 subscription board. So just thanks all around. I appreciate that. Midnight Faded cheered 100 bits. Midnight Faded, thank you so much, and says happy birthday. It actually is not my birthday, but I'm going to take those bits nonetheless. And speaking of bits, let's see how the bits for beef are doing. I'm going to go to my cat, roast beef. Currently sleeping underneath the sink. It's very dark in there, but I don't want to turn on the light and wake him up. Oh, I'm going to turn on the light because it looks like he's in a very cute position. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek. If you remember early on in the stream, he was sleeping under this sink a couple of years ago, and then he just kind of stopped for a couple of years, but now he's doing it again, almost like he knows something that we don't know. Like maybe there's going to be an earthquake or something, because I don't really know. But anyway, I'm going to turn off the light before he wakes up. But roast beef really is... he's a great guy. As the kids say, he's a bomb-ass cat. Munch Hotel cheered 200 bits for beef. Thank you so much, Munch Hotel. That's very kind of you. And Flying Starfish says, what is your favorite TV show? Well, that's a good question. 30 years ago, I think it's been the show Freaks and Geeks. Has it been that long? Oh my God. But I remember just loving that show. Laughed really hard. Also, I mean, some of the obvious ones, Breaking Bad, The Wire. A lot of people didn't get on board with that one, but that, to me, that was Shakespearean in terms of the quality of the writing and the acting and everything. And I'm currently watching Shogun, which is great. I'm learning a lot about Japanese culture and Portuguese culture and how they conduct themselves. It seems like they're very violent people. I never knew that about the Japanese. Most of the Japanese friends that I have are very polite and civilized, but if you watch Shogun, it sort of portrays them as warrior-like, and they do a lot of violent things. I'm guessing it's a period piece, and maybe that's the way that they were 500 years ago, because it was war, and I get that. Ted Plays says, can you cook some Japanese-Portuguese fusion cuisine? Japanese Portuguese. Computer, what's an example of Japanese Portuguese fusion food?
What would you like me to translate to English?
No, that's not what I asked. Computer.
I don't know that one.
Okay. Well, you might have stumped a computer, which is tough to do. What's the famous chef? Was it Bobby Fischer who tried to take on a computer, or was that Kasparov? I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer. Ragger Ballin says, hello, Henry. Have you tried Athene's AI yet? No. Is that a delicious cuisine? It sounds Greek. I'd like to. Kernby says, Henry, what would you say is the median age of the audience? Of the audience here, I think it's probably mostly, if I had to guess, I'd say the median age would be about 30. But I know that if you include me as an audience member, it raises that age to about 40. Dazzlecat says median or average. It's a good question. Computer, what's the difference between the median and the average? Wow, we're stumping the computer. Piss Baby says, I'm 83, so how does that change it? Yeah, that probably skews it unnaturally into the older. Computer, what is the difference between the median and the average?
Average is the number expressing the central value in a data set. It often refers to the arithmetic mean, which is the sum of a collection of numbers divided by how many numbers are being averaged. Median is the value separating the higher half of a data set, a probability distribution, or a population, from the lower half. It can be calculated by arranging a collection of numbers from smallest to greatest. If there's an odd number of values, the middle number is the median. If there's an even number of values...
Computer, stop. Yeah, no, this is... Hank Boozle is right. The median is opposed to the mean. And I remember this from college, but that was literally 34 years ago, so of course I'm not going to remember a lot of that stuff. Parasitosis, what is the standard deviation of the Henry's Kitchen audience? I'm not sure, but I think it falls somewhere between the deviated septum. Link's Deity, if I wanted to fail math class again, I would just go to sleep and have one of my school nightmares. That's right, yeah, I remember the anxiety that you would get in those situations. I want to just do a check-in. Can you hear me and you can see me okay? Check. Help. 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 That doesn't seem loud enough. Check. Help. Okay, that's good. Don't forget that the word help is what you want to do with a sound check, as it contains the soft H sound, which you need to make sure you can hear, and the hard P sound, so it's got the full dynamic range of the microphone. Okay, so let us now move forward. I have here, I want to thank for the background picture. This is Parasitosis, the same one who just passed all those tests in the Fed. Now, Parasitosis, I don't have any way of knowing what this background is because you didn't mention it, and I am not nearly good enough at GeoGuessr to be able to look at a sky with clouds. I mean, I can tell that they're cirrus clouds, so I think we could probably say that this is somewhere on planet Earth, but it's hard for me to... oh, it says in the sky over Pennsylvania, probably. Okay, thanks, Parasitosis, but it's beautiful. It reminds me a lot of an album cover by Glenn Campbell. If you have Google near you, look up Glenn Campbell album cover where he's in the sky. I can't remember which album it is, but let's check out some other pictures here. Michelle C sends us this picture. I think Michelle C said that this is a crater. This is the base of a crater at the base of a volcano in, is it Sicily? I'm trying to remember this. JB's Tech gifted a tier 3 sub to Nico Tezo. Thank you so much, JB's Tech, and it's good to see you. And I appreciate that. And thanks. Welcome, Nico Tezo. You're already on the tier 3 board, and I very much appreciate that. The Sexua Brotato Chip, what a great name that is, has resubscribed for 2 months. The Sexual Brotato Chip. Wow. This is so great. You know, what are we at now? 2.5 years of streaming? If you would have come up to me 3 years ago and just said, hey, Henry, the Sexual Brotato Chip resubscribed at tier 1 for 2 months, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And now I know exactly what it means. So thank you, the Sexual Brotato Chip. Thank you, Michelle C., also for sending us this cool background pic. Let's see what else we got. And I want to thank Norel Borel for our awesome opening art. And we also seem to have a picture here from Ransom GR. It looks like roast beef. Working hard. Now, is this college or is this a work situation? Maybe a tech startup company where it's got a lot of young people. But roast beef looks like he's really, if he's not good at whatever job he's doing, he's good at making it look like he knows what he's doing. And that's really half of having a job. So this is great. Thank you, Ransom GR. This is really cool. Thank you. And roast beef. But in real life, roast beef, of course, does nothing but just sleep. But that's because he's tired. Okay. Also, Ransom GR gave us another one here. I think this is gaming related. This appears to be, I'm going to briefly take out our cover here. This appears to be roast beef, a roast beef costume, or is it roast beef next to that person? It looks to me like the player character is wearing a roast beef costume, or is it just roast beef in the foreground? I'm not sure, but let's just let this one sort of sink in, take it all in. Very cool. Thanks, Ransom GR. And let's go ahead and move to some other pictures here. Phaedrus. Big time, big Lebowski vibes on this one. I like it. And I like the symmetry. Did you take this picture? This is great. Symmetry, of course, in photography, especially cinematography, always connotes surrealism. And it's used a lot in horror movies like The Shining. I took the first class of a cinematography class, but that's all I learned. Mikuzi says, hey Henry, big fan. I love you and roast beef very much. Have you seen Chris Chan arrest footage? No, do I know Chris Chan? I'm not sure I do. But thank you, Mikuzi. Thanks for joining us here. And I'll Google it, I guess. Game Master Flash is the number on the HelloFresh thing encounter. Yes. So again, if you're just joining us, we are sponsored today by HelloFresh. There's a link that's being automatically generated. I see it right now. If you click on that link, you can order and get a huge discount on your first box of meals from HelloFresh. And currently, the big number that we are at in terms of orders is, my eyesight's not great, but I think that says, is it 10? 10 orders? Oh no, okay, so it's 0, unfortunately. So it's still at 0. That's okay. I appreciate that you're here and you're letting me go through. You know, the sponsorships help us out here at Henry's Kitchen. And Game Master Flash says it might be broken. I used the code and it's still at 0. Oh, great. Really? Oh boy. Well, that might be something that we'll have to look into. Now, I will say it only counts if you've never done it before, if you're a new subscriber. So that could be part of it. But Greetings from Space has a very positive message. It says we can only go up from here. That's right. Evil Ian 02. Oh, I thought that 0 just meant no one was buying the shit. No. We literally just started here. We have a whole month of this campaign, so you'll be able to do it anytime. Munch Hotel, are you a legend if you gift a sub to your wife? Yes, and that's what JV's Tech did. Beelzebub just gifted a tier 1 sub to Evil Ian 02. Thank you so much, Beelzebub. Thank you very much for all that you do, and thanks, Phaedrus, for this background pick. Let's pick another one here. Well, we're going to have to do a song here in a sec. Mochi's Nirvana gave us a picture from, what is it called? Amelia Island, I believe, in Florida. I've heard, I know they have islands in Florida, but I wasn't familiar with this one. Holy shit. Lumaru just rated us with 120 viewers. Thank you very much, Lumaru. Thanks for the raid. Okay, well, that sounds like maybe we should entertain some people here. If you're just joining us, I'll just let you know, all of the new viewers here, thanks to Lumaru. This is what we're making today. It's going to be an amazing leftover spaghetti pizza pie, and it's going to look exactly as awesome as that when we're done, and it's going to be tasty lunch. And also today we're being sponsored by HelloFresh, so you might see a link in there on the chat. So there we go. So I'm going to grab a guitar. Before we cook, I think it's a good idea to do a little bit of music, because cooking is extremely difficult. It's not to be played around with. It's not fun. It's not some cute way that you can bond with several generations of your family or any of that kind of garbage. It's hard work. If it were fun, then they wouldn't call it cooking. They'd call it something else, like fun times or whatever. So just know that you have to cook in order to live. So once you realize that, it sort of makes it easier to trudge through the situation. But I do find that music and games and anything that you can do to relax beforehand help. So I'm going to put the reverb on. Check. Do you hear the reverb? Check. Help. Testing. Okay. This is an original song. This is a song that I wrote about 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, about my financial situation at the time. And I'm going to share it with you nice folks right now. Ransom GR says, a moth flew into my oven the other day. Is that technically cooking? I guess it is. Yeah. I mean, that's what you're doing, right? But that's not the most dangerous thing. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Goody S. Thank you so much, Anonymous. We appreciate not only the hacking work that you do, but also the songs that you wrote, like Green Sleeves back in the Renaissance era. And you just do a lot of good stuff. And you work with alcoholics, which is nice. What was I going to say? There was a question. Oh, yeah. So you talked about your moth, Ransom GR. So the kitchen is obviously the most dangerous place in your house. It could be the most dangerous place in the world also, because think about it. You have sharp objects, really sharp knives and stuff. Unless you're like me, wear some kind of armor around your hands. Chainmail is what I have, but you don't even have to go that far. You can wear an oven mitt or whatever, but that's going to happen. If you're cutting something like jalapenos and you're not wearing a helmet, then you could get something called capsaicin in your eyes, which is a poison that is sort of a defense mechanism. Jalapenos don't want to get cut up. They just get cut and they emit this poison. So, and then the other thing is fire. I mean, you could literally burn your place down to the ground. So And then you can also do all of this work in the kitchen and find out that whatever you cooked tasted like shit. And then you have a whole new problem, and that's more of a psychological problem, just called crippling depression, and that kills too. You'd go into a nihilistic sort of a state of mind. And so anyway, I'm just saying the kitchen is really dangerous. It's not maybe as dangerous as a war area, but it's very dangerous and should not be. You shouldn't do it, actually. Piss Baby says, my child support money is going into voting success. Thank you, Piss Baby. Munch Hotel says, I think the mods are sending an SOS. Really? Is that true? Let me know if anything's going on. Is there an SOS? Can you hear me and see me? Check. All right. I'm going to start going on with this song here. Russian Lucador says, Dear Henry, I got a pet shrimp to make me fried rice, but he won't get to work. Any tip to get him working? Pet shrimp, I mean, when you say shrimp, I'm picturing the animal or the fish or whatever. Is it a mammal? I don't know. But, so I don't know. I don't really understand. Computer, is a shrimp a mammal or an animal?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, yes, shrimp are animals. They are a type of crustacean, which is a category of arthropods. Shrimp are part of the largest class of crustaceans, Malacostraca, which also includes crabs, lobsters, and krill. Shrimp are part of the order
Computer,
Diplopoda,
stop.
which literally means 10-foot.
Computer, stop. It always goes way too long. Okay, here we go. Stabby7 says, the stream, is it worth watching today or should I mow my lawn instead? Hopefully nowadays everybody's got a little handheld device you can put on your lawnmower and watch the stream while you're mowing the lawn and enable the subtitles. All right, we got to get to this song. We're just getting off way too much here. I just got a letter in the mail saying that I failed to pay my credit card in time, and that's a $40 fine, which would have been okay, except for that the balance due was drawn from my checking account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, which would have been okay, except the fact that one of those checks was to the DMV for my registration fee. I skipped over a bunch of verses there, sir. So then I got a letter in the mail. This one said the balance due was drawn from my checking account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, which would have been okay, except the fact that one of those checks was to the DMV for my registration fee. Okay, now I'm on track. So the next day I was on my way to work, but I couldn't find my car. It wasn't where I parked it just the day before. And then I got another piece of mail. This one said the registration tags were out of date, so they had to tow my car away, which wasn't quite okay. I called them to explain, and when I finally got through, they just made me wait on hold. After 40 minutes I hung up because I had to go to work. But then I realized if I don't have a car, then how the fuck am I get to work? So I got fired from my job. So here I am living in a box underneath a bridge in this quiet little town, and I take a look around. Things are quite okay. I don't get any bills, and the best part of it is that I can't get any mail. Okay, did a weird opening for that. but it ended okay. So Hank Boozle says, clap, clap, fuck mail. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Thanks, Belm101. I appreciate that. And Game Master Flash says, I can hear you and see you. Can you see me? No, I don't know if that is a feature from my perspective that I can see you guys. If so, I'll work with Quanto to see how I can enable that. Quanto's our technical advisor who's currently in the process of breeding a family, which is time consuming. I believe it'll probably take him about 18 years total. Okay. So let's see what the next, or let's get another picture here. Thanks again, Mochi, for that awesome background picture. And Mochi, of course, is putting together for us a stream for Halloween, along with the other users. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play some Dead by Daylight. Last year we played with Nim, and we'll see if Nim and Yabe want to play with us again, and a bunch of other users. So, and I also want to announce two things. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that September 21st, I'm going to be doing a live show at Danny's Pub in Naperville, Illinois. And then October 11th, I'm doing a live show in Fairfield, Connecticut. And so if you want to go to those, you go to henryphillips.com to buy the tickets. Okay, enough plugging stuff. Let's go ahead and see. Cat Food Taste Tester sends us this picture from Portugal. So we're back to the Portugal theme here. Very interesting. Everyone type Forson says, hi Henlips, sorry I'm late. I've been trying to solve a kitchen-related problem. If you're not supposed to eat at night, why is there a light bulb in the refrigerator? Ooh, that's good. That is good, because the only reason there would be a light bulb in the refrigerator is if you were having trouble seeing the stuff in there. And of course, if it's daytime, you would never have a problem seeing it. So I'm going to guess that's probably a design flaw, really. That's my guess. Don't quote me on that, because a lot of times I just talk out of my ass. Okay, so let's go ahead and thank you very much, Cat Food Taste Tester, for that pick. Let's do another one here. It's Kate. Sends us this cool one. Wow, what is that? Is this tire tracks on some kind of a mud road at night through a black and white camera or something? This is really cool. Evil Ian 02 says Dark Side of the Moon. Well, oh, is this the moon? Let me get a closer look at that. That looks like tire tracks from a Toyota Tacoma. I'm an amateur forensics expert here. And I know that it is common knowledge now that the moon landing was actually a sound stage in Yuma, Arizona, and it was directed by film director Martin Scorsese, I believe. And they did have some screw-ups. Like, for example, they obviously forgot to cover up the tracks of a Toyota Tacoma tire that they must have been using for transport on the sound stage. And these are the types of things they left behind when they were trying to fake the moon landing. And you'd think it was something that they would cover up, but anyway. Boldly Untitled says, oh no, going to lose service. Uh-oh. Am I getting too truthful? Dazzlecat says, I thought the casting could have been better too. Yeah, I mean, Buzz Aldrin was pretty good as sort of the crotchety, sort of daredevil, but no, I don't know. I don't, just sort of stream of conscious nonsense. Parasitosis says that same stage was used to film all the roast beef footage too. Oh, very interesting. By the way, wait a second. So you're implying that my roast beef footage is fake. I take a lot of offense to that. This is real. That's my cat roast beef. He's currently sleeping underneath the sink, and there is a conspiracy theory that I actually took all of this roast beef footage a couple of years before he died. They're saying that he died, and I am using footage every time I switch over, and there's really no way for me to... Once you set a conspiracy theory in motion, it's almost impossible to disprove, you know? The moon landing is a great example, you know? Sure, you can look at hundreds of thousands of pages of data transcripts and coordinates and triangulation of you know, radio signals verified by space programs all over the world, and you know, audio, video, geologic samples, everything like that. But that's not enough for me. And but I will say that roast beef, maybe this will help. I'm gonna put the camera on roast beef, and I'm gonna turn on the light, and I'm hereby declaring that I'm gonna put my hand in the shot. Here, I'm gonna take a spatula. Here's what I'll do. I'll take a spatula that I just bought recently, or that I just found around the house, and I'm gonna put it in the frame so that way, how would I have known to do that? Here. See? So I just did that. That's a spontaneous thing. If I only bought this thing or found it sort of relatively recently, how would I have had the forethought to know that I was going to have to prove it and do that? Okay. JSBX fan says, beef has his paw on his forehead. I know. Yeah, he Saguaro Ooh says he even blinked. You can't fake it. You're absolutely right. But anyway, we're getting way off topic here. Poop27 has resubscribed for 25 months. Thank you so much, Poop27. And I always like seeing your name come up. We appreciate what you do. Beelzeby gifted a tier 1 sub to everyone type force, and thank you, Beelzeby. And also to Lumaru, who rated us with 120 viewers. So... woo, thank you for that. D. Larson says, I've never been in the same room at the same time as roast beef. Am I roast beef? Ooh. According to a certain logic, I guess that does technically make you roast beef. I can't prove that you're not roast beef. That's the problem. I can't prove a negative or disprove a positive or whatever. Okay, Michelle C. sent us this cool pic, and this is apparently a Maryland sunset before the bats show up at night. Bats, of course, are nocturnal. So it looks like this is just a very beautiful, dare I say, idyllic landscape and a beautiful picture, which very shortly will turn into a nightmare with bats flying around and getting in people's hair and whatnot. Okay, so there you have it. Henry, can you give us your best Ace Ventura impression? This is Stabby7. Henry, can you give us your best Ace Ventura impression? I saw the movie, but it was a very long time ago. I saw it in the theater 35 years ago or whatever. So I do remember a scene where he comes out of the bathroom and there's sort of a double entendre that maybe he took a smelly poop or whatever, and he said something like, "Do not go in there." So that's my impression there. Do not go in there. I think it was something like that. Sorry, that was kind of half-hearted. I don't really do impressions. Thanks, Munch Hotel. What I should have said is my best impression of Ace Ventura. I think he was a good character and played excellently and very comedically by Jim Carrey. At least that's the impression I got. Slammer says that was pretty good. Thank you. Okay, everybody, let's get the guitar again and let's do another song, but let's change this up. Thanks again, Michelle C., for that beautiful pick. I want to see. Oh, Dallas sent us this pic. This is interesting. So we have here a picture of a mouse that apparently is being held in captivity by Dallas. Very cool. And then I believe if I read correctly on the Discord that Dallas shortly thereafter released said mouse. Okay. Thanks, Dallas, for that. And Nella sent us this awesome picture of a road. Why don't we use this for our background? Thanks, Nella. I like the way it contrasts with my shirt a little bit, not too much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a song here that I don't do very often, and I think that's mostly just because it's not a very good song, but I figured why not do it anyway, whether it's good or bad, because in the long run, who cares? So here we go. This is a song. I like to think of art and songwriting as a living, breathing process similar to cooking, and this song sort of updates with the current events. And I've had a lot of references in there over the years, but overall, if you screw up and you hate yourself afterward, screw up for any reason, maybe you're at a party, you say something stupid, the next day chances are whatever you did was meaningless, nobody cares, and you shouldn't kick yourself for it. What you should do is just pick yourself up and move on. And hopefully this is a nice little pick-me-up for you. Sometimes we all make mistakes, and sometimes we catch the real tough breaks. But here's a trick that I've been working on. Just say oops and move on. Ran out of gas, or maybe you stepped on broken glass, or managed to lose the door on a 737. Just say oops and move on. Or maybe you're driving a cargo ship and you crash into a bridge, or left a couple astronauts stranded in space. Just say oops and move on. Sometimes there's nothing else to do. Besides, there might be people suing you 'cause you said your crypto was $1 billion, but it turned out to be worthless. Just say oops. Container 520 says, this song makes me hungry for some Hello Fresh, not gonna lie. Yeah, well that's good because we are being sponsored today by Hello Fresh, and if there's a counter up at the top left of how many people have ordered so far, and it seems to be I can't tell if that's a 10 or a 0, but it's if you average 10 and 0, I guess that would be 5, which is pretty good. Or spilled 100 million gallons of oil. Just say oops and move on. Okay. That song is a true story, and it's a Work in progress, as everything is. Game Master Flash says, I requested Blarkin cover song of yours. He picked What Do You Want Me to Do About It? Oh, cool. Thanks. That was probably one of the very first ones that I ever wrote. Yeah, JSBX fan points out that actually 2 of the examples in that song are Boeing. I'm not saying that Boeing. I mean, for all the things that they do correctly, yeah, there are screw ups, but they're in a really big industry. So when they screw up, it tends to be pretty monumental, I guess. But I'm not an expert at anything, so I can't weigh in. And I'm just saying that in case Boeing wants to sponsor a Henry's Kitchen stream, because that would help us a lot. You Fear Jazz says, if it's not Boeing, I'm not going. Oh, that's good. I like that. That could actually be a good slogan for them. Sometimes when I'm talking, I stop talking, and it could be because my brain is short-circuiting, but it's also because I'm reading at the same time. So it's really tough to have OCD and short attention span at the same time that you're trying to do a demonstration. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
You have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on your 51-minute timer.
Okay, everybody. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to do an ad. This is going to be as part of our commitment to Twitch, the platform, for giving us this platform. We have to show ads, and in order to keep them from just randomly showing ads anytime, I can show an ad myself. Kurt Cocaine says, Henry is more Gen Z than he thinks. OCD and ADHD at the same time. Yeah, I got it all. ADD, HPV. Okay, so let's now do the ad, but one more time before we go. When I come back, I'm going to start cooking food, but then while we're cooking it, I'm going to go through the demonstration of HelloFresh. But I'm just going to say the call to action here. Click my link, which you can see in the chat or on the About section of my Twitch channel, or use my code, get ready for this, POGHF 144512, and get 10 free meals and a free kids meal in every box for 2 months if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discount will apply. So that's different, because last time we did this, nobody could do it because they were in different countries. But now you can do it in literally any country. Oh, Beelzebub says, my friend recently did a HelloFresh sponsored stream, and it took 48 hours for the counter to update. Okay, well, that could be really what it is. But anyway, let's go ahead, I guess, and show our ad. Computer, how much time left? Oh, okay, well, we still have a little time. Computer, stop. Lurkin says, hey, Henry, since getting COVID a few weeks ago, I haven't been able to taste anything. Do you have any recipe recommendations? It can be good or bad. I just want to feel something. You know what you want to do is you want to do some chutney. I made a dish, and you can find it on YouTube. It's called chutney and cheese Weenie Bites. And these are great hors d'oeuvres for a cocktail party, but I think that chutney is sweet, so it's gonna, I think sweet stuff you should be able to taste, or am I thinking salty stuff? I don't know, Lurkin, but I would say just start slowly working it back in there. It's kind of like when you have a back injury, or just, you know, when you get older, you just have a bad back. The best thing to do is just to work, keep working through it. So keep eating is what I'm saying. But I'm glad that you've gotten over your COVID. I've had it certainly once, maybe twice, and it's no fun. What were we talking about? What were we doing? Oh yeah. So I wanted to say about the HelloFresh thing. I don't want you to think that I'm also not doing it myself. I think it's really good. They send you all the ingredients and just enough so that you don't have to buy the whole thing of whatever it is. You just get enough of the ingredients and you make food that, if you follow the directions correctly, you'll make food that tastes like you're at a restaurant. So I'm not, I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't think it were true, and I really do think it's true. And I'll argue with somebody about it if you want to argue. So anyway, Scuba Steve 361 says it needs 12 tablespoons of salt, right? You mean this dish that I'm making today? It is going to be a very salty one. So actually, Lurkin, this could be good for you. Today's recipe could be good. If you want to see what it looks like again, I mean, look at that. That is absolutely delicious. That's going to be so tasty. It's kind of like it's hangover food and high food mixed into one, sort of. Okay, that's, and again, this is my own sort of half creation. That one I got from a website called anytimeamy or something.com. But if you want to, but I'm making my own sauce for it and a bunch of other stuff. So Mikuzi says that looks like a cat food pizza. Well, then cats have good taste because it looks pretty delicious. Munch Hotel says I have trypophobia except for that photo. What is trypophobia? Uh-oh, is this going to be a prank? Is this like Bofa? All right, everybody, it's time. Let's go ahead, and we're losing viewers here, so that means that I need to show roast beef. That usually picks up the views a little bit. People would rather watch a cat do nothing than watch a guy sing his heart out and explain cooking to people. Okay, we're going to show a 3-minute ad, and meanwhile we're just going to chill. If you're a subscriber, you won't see the ad. We'll still chill, but I won't do any important, cooking explaining here. Okay, here we go. Boom. Ad is being shown as we speak. So, let's see here. Phantom Parakeet says, wow, Henry, that really explained cooking for me. I totally understand it. No, I didn't explain anything. I don't want you to give the impression to the unsubs that they're missing good cooking explaining. Bruce Eye says, 23 months since I last cleaned my apron. Oh, we just got an alert here. Quote if Stream F has subscribed for 11 months. Thank you so much, Quote if Stream F. And Bruce Eye resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you so much. Since you last cleaned your apron, I haven't cleaned this one. Well, no, this is the reason I'm wearing this one, which was gifted to me by Nella and Piss Baby, is because my regular apron is filthy and I'm debating whether I should wash it or not, but I'm trying to do that thing like they do at those fancy pizza joints in Chicago where they claim they never wash their dishes because it gets rid of the previous flavor or whatever. Franz Schubert says, thanks, Henry. That was a really sound life advice. I feel so much better about myself and my life. No, I don't want anybody to think that there's real information being imparted here. So if anybody's curious about our subscribers, we've got 422. And I think that is very respectable and I appreciate it. Followers, on the other hand, we peaked out like several years ago and it's never gone up. It's really pretty depressing, but that's okay. Phantom Parakeet says washing dishes removes taste and aroma. Same goes for clothing. Absolutely. Piss Baby says this is my favorite, most interesting part of the stream, always and forever. Well, I don't know why that would be. Okay, how are we doing here? We got 30 seconds until the unsubs get back here. We're losing viewers by the hundreds. By the dozens, anyway. Scuba Steve 361 says the U.S. Department of Agriculture would like to remind everyone that river bison are endangered and should not be kept as pets. You're absolutely right. The reverb is on, and I have received your message, and I will now turn it off. So, okay, welcome back, everybody. Here we are at Henry's Kitchen. I'm going to turn the reverb off. And we are going to now enter the kitchen. This is a very difficult place to be, but we're going to be here. So let's talk about our business today. Game Master Flash, my shoulder's doing better. A lot of people don't realize I deviated my shoulder septum while I was trying to play golf. I'm not very athletic, and it's been difficult, but it seems to be getting better. Lacey T says, Dark Ages and I are on the road, and let me tell you, is so much harder behind the wheel. Oh, you mean to watch a stream? Yeah, I would imagine that's pretty difficult. Piss Baby says, Henry, you sly dog, you were in the kitchen the whole time. Yeah. It's just movie magic, Hollywood magic. Okay, everybody. Makuzi says, is that a cat litter scoop or a pasta strainer? This is a pasta strainer. There have been some people that tried to tell me it was for cat litter, but I think they're just yanking my proverbial chain there. Okay, so let's go ahead. Goulian says, are you a magician? No. I'm just a guy. I'm just me. But are you doing this with magic? No, it's just it's smoke and mirrors. Okay. Let's take an overhead view of what we're going to be doing here today. We're making a dish which is going to look like this. It's going to look exactly like this. And I found this on the internet. This is not a HelloFresh meal. I think it's important for me to say that because it's probably confusing. A lot of gamer streamers don't have the issue of their cooking getting mixed up with their sponsorship. But this is what we're making. We've got some mozzarella cheese. We also have our extra virgin olive oil, which was also my nickname when I was a teenager. And then this is, I think this is tomato paste. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine it with water to make a sauce. 2 farm fresh eggs. We need this cup for measuring. This is exactly 1 legal cup. So if I need half a cup, I'll fill it halfway. I don't need all those other little cups. And of course a work bowl. So with that out of the way, I think it's time for us to get started on our first order of business. So what is leftover spaghetti? Well, if you've ever made spaghetti and not eaten the whole thing, then you put the rest of it in the refrigerator and then the next day you take it out. That's called leftover spaghetti. And this is sort of what you can do with your leftover spaghetti. We're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. That sucks. I do not want to do that because it's hot. Computer, what is the temperature today?
Right now, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 62 degrees.
Oh, it's not that bad. But so let's go ahead and turn, but it's still just kind of a pain. I actually didn't realize this was one that we were going to be baking. But 350 degrees. Okay, that's in the works. Now we're going to spray a 9-inch baking pan with some non-cooking spray. Okay. Non-cooking spray. What the hell is that? Oh, non-stick cooking spray. Sorry. That didn't make any sense to me. Okay, so I've got spray here. And I guess we're doing this so that we can, so it doesn't stick. Toss your spaghetti with olive oil in a large bowl. So we're not even using this. I love it when they do that. Why did I just do that? Okay, so toss your spaghetti. I've got my leftover spaghetti here. By the way, I didn't go over that with the ingredients. This is probably the most important part. And you want to break it up. And make sure that you, if you're doing this for, if you're preparing this for guests, I would either wear some type of glove protection or wash your hands very thoroughly after you touch other people's food. This is all still sort of bound together, so this is the kind of thing you want to do. Now we're going to stir in our eggs and our Parmesan cheese. Well, wait, it didn't say Parmesan, it said mozzarella. So we're going to have to get to the bottom of that. Let's stir in the eggs first. Okay, so I think that the eggs are going to serve as a sort of a binder. An adhesive, if you will, sort of a glue that sort of glues the whole thing together. Up, got a little bit of shell in there. That's okay. It's going further away from me. Actually, that's not a shell. What is that? Let's see if we can get close on that. Looks like a ladybug or something. I don't know what that is. That's disappointing. Okay. Sticky fingers. Protein bug is what Venom Plays 777 says. So we've got our eggs. That's going to be our binder. Now it says it wants Parmesan. I think I have some Parmesan. Oh yeah. Does it have a date on it? It says Anonymous donated $5. Thank you so much, Anonymous. That's very kind of you. It says probably part of the chalets, the protein filament holding the yolk at the center of the egg. Oh, I did not know that. That's amazing. Thank you, Anonymous, for tipping $5 and also just for all the general work that you do. So I want to show you the problem I'm having here now. I've got this stuff, and it says packed on, sell by, but it's all like, I can't see what it says. Computer, what's the worst thing that can happen if you eat bad Parmesan cheese?
It is not recommended to consume Parmesan cheeses after its expiration date. Some signs of Parmesan cheese spoiling include when it smells like ammonia, has mold on the rind, or has become discolored.
Well, I don't know what color it was. I don't remember. I don't know how anybody's supposed to remember what color it was when you bought it way back when. But I don't see mold, and Parmesan cheese doesn't smell that good anyway. The sexual bro-tato chip says if it's not moldy, it's fine. Okay. Sounds good. I want to do this right. I just need a cheese grater, which I have here. And how much do we want to put in there now? It says 3/4 of a cup. Wow, that is a lot. I'm Pie Freak says, I have a bulletproof way to tell you if it's bad. If you give it a taste and wait a couple hours and get sick, if it's bad. But if you're not sick, then it's good. Okay, the only problem I have with that is I don't want to get sick finding out. But I appreciate the submission. Piss Baby says, if you think it's gone bad after you eat it, take a shot of absinthe after and you'll be good. Oh boy, absinthe. I don't know if I want to do that again. I went to an absinthe bar somewhere in Boulder, Colorado. And the last thing I remember is literally asking the question, what's absinthe? And that's the last thing I remembered until the next evening when I woke up in a strange hotel room and somebody had obviously changed my clothes. Okay, so let's now get a fork, I guess, and start moving this stuff around. Get everything sort of stirred together. I don't know how they expect me to stir this, really. It says toss spaghetti with olive oil. Oh, olive oil. That's right. We need olive oil. That's probably the thing that was missing. Stir in the eggs and the Parmesan cheese. Pour the mixture into a prepared pan. Oh, that's the pan that we made, that we sprayed. It's all sticking to the fork. I know you guys have questions, and I do want to get to them. Munch Hotel says, you're saying we're going to eat this later? Yeah, supposedly. Well, we're making crust, and there's two big secrets in the culinary world. How to make hot dogs and how to make pizza crust. Well, we're learning one of them now. I don't like that these are all still stuck together. And you know what? Sometimes there's no better tool than literally your hands. This feels so much better. This is actually kind of relaxing. It's been very stressful. I don't do a lot of sponsored streams. We do 2 a year. And I think one of the reasons is that it puts a lot of stress on me because I have to learn about it. Now, fortunately, the folks at HelloFresh, we've already done a few of those, so I know it very well. And I use HelloFresh, and I don't feel bad about telling people to use it. But I will be having to demo the website, and I have technical problems and everything, so it's been stressful. But rubbing my hands through this spaghetti hair is really sort of doing the trick. I kind of recommend it. Love Litchi says, don't stress yourself too much, Henry. Thanks, Love Litchi. And Evilian 2 says, now your fingers are buttery soft. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to switch screens here. I'm going to have to rinse them, I guess. Phantom Parakeet says, how does touching spaghetti compare to touching grass? I think I like spaghetti better. It's all nice and sort of slippery. But I guess that's the olive oil. JSBX fan says, do you call it spaghetti hair? Well, there's angel hair pasta, which I always thought was a little bit of a misnomer. But anyway, yeah, it's eggy, egg fingers. Yeah, this is kind of, that part's kind of gross. Mikuzi says, can we get a small taste to see how the dish is shaping up? No, because that would be raw egg, and that would probably give me salmonella. So I'm going to rinse my hands. Everybody chill out for just a second. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Oh. Okay, we're going to have to do that. Let's go with, let's see here. The computer, set timer for 40 minutes.
40 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've stirred everything up. I think we've done a good job with that. We're going to take that prepared pan that we have with the cooking spray, and we're going to form into a crust by gently pressing against the bottom and the sides of the baking dish. Okay, so let's see how this is going to go. Lacey T says, Henry, have you ever thought of being a hand model? You look like a pro mixing that sketty. Thank you. You know what? I'm not against the idea. There's not a lot of things that there's not a lot of career options that I wouldn't prefer to doing nothing. And you can quote me on that. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys have the same thought as I do right now, but it looks to me like we basically just have a big bowl of spaghetti, and we're transferring it from one container to another. But I guess what this is going to sort of act as our crust. So it wants us to sort of push it up. Uh-oh, wow. I don't know how I missed that, but we have a terrible eggshell there. It says, form into a crust by gently pressing against the bottom and the sides. Okay. Again, if you're just joining us, this is what we're making today. And at the moment, I'm a little bit skeptical in terms of how we're going to get it to look like that. That looks like a gourmet Chicago-style pizza, but we're going to find out. Okay, so there's our crust. Okay, so now we need spoon the pasta sauce. Okay, so now we have to make, I'm going to let this sit aside for a second. And we have to now make our pasta sauce. So what I'm going to do, I found this submission on Reddit. This is a trick I learned when I had a low income and absolutely tiny kitchen. Basically, you just need 1 6-ounce tin of tomato paste and 1.5 cups of water. Add pepper, garlic, etc. Okay, so I've already used half of this. That's why it's left over. How do I get that part out? I've already used half of this. So this is a 6-ounce cup, so I'm going to have 3 ounces. So I'm going to actually divide this guy on Reddit. I'm going to divide his by half in terms of the ingredients. I know that, again, we are being sponsored by HelloFresh, and I will say that one of the many advantages of HelloFresh is that when you get your food, the boxed food shipped to you, it's all the ingredients, so you don't have to go searching for ingredients. For example, I don't have tomato sauce, I have tomato paste. So I'm trying to make a makeshift sauce out of the paste, which, as you can see, is a little bit of a fool's errand. But that's the beauty of these people at HelloFresh. They have actual chefs that give you the ingredients, so it takes a lot of the guesswork out. And I just, overall, again, I think it's a good product, and I'll stand behind it. Scuba Steve 361 says, I only have ketchup packets. Will that work? Ketchup packets. I think so. This looks very much like ketchup. I think, and yeah, of course, because ketchup is tomato. So now we're going to add, it says 1.5 cup of water, this guy on Reddit, so I'm going to do half of that. So, and this is only 1 cup. So this is 2/3 of what he's suggesting. So I need to do half of what he's suggesting. Yikes. No, there's an easier way to do this. Computer, what is half of 1.5 cups of water?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, half of 1.5 cups is 3/4 or 0.75 cups.
Okay, so I'm just going to fill the full cup up to 3/4 of it. Sometimes math is hard. This is about 3/4 of it. So let's see here. Now we want to stir that up and make it into a sauce. I've never really, I have worked with tomato paste, but not in much detail. In fact, I never really knew what the difference between tomato paste and tomato sauce actually was. But what I'm starting to realize here is I think it's sort of a concentrated version of tomato sauce. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of seasonings in here. Italian herb blend. This is a little bit like, instead of, you've heard of allspice. Allspice is basically all the spices in one. This is kind of the herbal equivalent of that. And then we also want to add maybe a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm going to do salt and pepper. This is kosher sea salt iodized. If you don't have the iodized, that's okay. You're just not going to get the essential amount of iodine that you're supposed to get. Okay, Omnivorous says, I don't have any eggs. Do I need them for this recipe? Yes, you do, because the eggs are what you call a binder. I'm sure you've heard of people who have loose bowels. A couple of the people in the chat here. Eggs are very good for binding anything, bowels, or in this case, whatever it is that we're making here. So let's put this here, and now it says we've made our sauce, and I think the sauce looks great. It says spoon the pasta sauce over the spaghetti. I'm not sure how much spooning will be necessary. I think what they mean is you want to spread it out as evenly as possible. Look, we've all had pizza. We've grown up with pizza. So we know basically what we're doing here. We're just using the spaghetti to make the crust. in a weird way, we're kind of just making spaghetti. But we're going to add now, this is going to be, it says it wants to bake this for 25 minutes. So we've spooned the pasta, and now it's time to bake. Remove the dish from the oven, top with the mozzarella, sprinkle the remaining cheese after another 5 minutes. Okay, so for some reason it doesn't want us to put the mozzarella on there just yet. Computer, can you set the timer for 25 minutes?
Second timer, 25 minutes, starting now.
Okay, quick check-in on my cat roast beef. I might have to turn the light on there because I can't see exactly what's happening here. Okay, it looks like he's shrimping in what we call, he's sleeping in what we call shrimp position. Shrimp fetal position. Which is a pretty damned adorable way to sleep. I sleep that way too, if anybody's curious. Blurry Little Quest says, Henry, are you a big spoon or a little spoon? Usually when roast beef and I are spooning, I'm the little spoon. Tiny Dancing Man says, shrimping is pretty comfortable. Yeah, shrimping. I think we just verbalized it. We just made it a verb. We verbed it. Speaking of verb, maybe this would be a good time to do our thank you song. Obviously, it takes a lot of people. It takes a village, to use a cliche, to put together a stream with as much production value as we've got here. As you can see, I'm making a huge mess. That usually means that you're onto something. And in order to express my gratitude to all the people that contribute, and I'm doing as many as I can document here, but I know there's a lot more, so it's not an exclusive list. So I just want to thank everybody. But we're going to go ahead and do a thank you song, and let's do this to the tune of Jose Suicidio's Help Me, which is a song that came out back in 2012. First, I want to make sure you can hear that okay. Walking and Dingo Bob, Dom Beef, Hot Bear 1110, do Dingle Dog Goggle, Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, Shane Yes Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana. It's Kate and Kairosa, Bumble Vision, the LGX, Chef Reactions, Bill Larkin Music, Husky Boy O'Neill, Moon Moon, Emaru, S-Band and Bonnie, Dazzle Capillary, Little Quest and Borson Ven, and don't forget Quanto. Tier 3 subscribers: Yargasm, Nico Tazo, Michael Bublé, 4422, Passion Error, Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, Essity Tiss, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit, Tankard and Borsenvin, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR, Shandis Nova Galarian, Game Master Flash Chester, the Chirinix, Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, Zod Bane and Toke My Nuts, Saguaro Burrito 55555, Dinosaur, JB's Text, Sickly Boy, Beelzebub. Don't forget Quanto. Okay, everybody. That's the thank you song, and I do sincerely want to thank all those people. Moderators, technical advisors, all doing this, just reaching out when we started here at Henry's Kitchen. The folks that run the Discord, the big streamers that gave us reaction videos and shout outs and helped us build an audience. This is just, it's overwhelming to me, and I want to thank everybody for doing that. Nice Smile 3125 says, if Gary Busey really had an ASMR channel, what would he do? Would he clack his teeth together? Yeah, he does have big teeth. It's Kate X says, shout out to Michelle Hafey for the brilliant Help Me cover. Oh, yeah, that's right. Michelle Hafey and Josiah from Orca Mind. I'm going to put them in there because they've given us some nice mention as well. Let's see, Orca Mind. Check out the channel Orca Mind. And they were awesome enough to show up to Park City when I was there a couple weeks ago. And by the way, if you want to see a live show, go to henryphillips.com/tour dates and see if I'm playing near you. So far, the only ones listed are Naperville, Illinois, and Fairfield, Connecticut in October. But Naperville, Illinois is getting pretty close to selling out, so that's pretty exciting. All right, well, computer, how much time left?
You have 2 timers. A 25-minute timer with about 18 minutes left and a 40-minute timer with about 23 minutes left.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is, again, this stream is being sponsored by HelloFresh. I don't always... I get maybe 2 sponsorships a year, and I actually, and I'm not lying about this, there are quite a few of them that come down the pike, but I don't, a lot of video games, there's other services and stuff like that. I can't really look you in the eye and say, I think you should do this. But HelloFresh, I think it's fantastic. Maybe it's just the right thing for me, but they will send you all the ingredients, and then you can make your meal and it comes out tasting like the same as they make at a restaurant. So I don't feel bad. Am I selling out? Is Henry's Kitchen this bastion of complete integrity suddenly selling out? I think so. Yeah. And but it helps the stream a lot. And Nice Smile 3125 says, you get your bag. Yeah. And it's going to be quite a bag. So far we're at, 0 sales, but we're going to get higher than that. Erotica Reading Rabbi says, hello Fresh, a cooking ally on the kitchen battlefield. Wow, that is good. Thank you, Erotica Reading Rabbi. That makes sense. A cooking ally on the kitchen battlefield. That actually could be a new Netflix show. Phantom Parakeet says, Henry, do you know Jose Suicidio personally? And is he a friend of the show? I know him. Let's just say I know him well. Okay. All right, so let's just go right into it here. I'm going to demonstrate the HelloFresh website while we're waiting for this. Okay, that is what we're making, which is not a HelloFresh meal. This is just something I concocted from the internet. So let me first go to the website. So once again, I'm going to read the call to action here. Hey everybody, you can click my link, which is on the About section on the front of my Twitch channel, or you can use my code POGHF144512 and get 10 free meals and a free kids meal in every box for 2 months if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discount will apply, which I've checked, and from what I saw, it's the same discount in all of the countries. So so if you don't know what they do, which I'd be amazed if you don't know what they do, because they seem to be all over the Twitch platform, but basically they are a meal service that sends you all of the ingredients, and then you just kick back and put on some music and make your food at home yourself. And you don't have to go to the grocery store and buy a thing of Parmesan cheese that's going to last you 50 years. They just give you enough Parmesan cheese that you're going to need for that dish. So you're not wasting food, and that's good. And also you're saving time. And you're eating healthier. I will say there's no comparison between the food that you eat at home and when you go to a fast food place in terms of health. The food that you eat at home, no matter how you tried, you couldn't possibly make it as unhealthy as what they give you at these places. Gayfish69 says, worst waffle shack in the nation. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. There's these places that just serve fast food, and their secret is that they, like fries, for example. You could go all into it. There's a great book called Food Rules, and they're not a sponsor, but it's a book I read about 10 or 15 years ago, and it really did change my perspective. Okay, so I'm going to try to technically set it up so that we're looking at the website now. So hold on. My technical advisor, Quanto, has gone off and built a family and made it pretty difficult for me to be able to navigate efficiently here. So I think this is going to take us to the Hello Fresh website. No, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Hold on a second. Come on. Okay, I have to go into studio mode, and then I go to, let's see, there it is. Okay, I see it now. Oh, I got to push crop. Okay, we got it. Hold on a second. Here we are. So if you click on my link in the About section of the Henry's Kitchen Twitch channel front page, it'll take you to this. No. Come on. It's going to take you... What happened? Something got reconfigured. Okay, got it. All right. Here we go. There it is. That's what's going to happen. And let me just reconfigure. Okay. So if you're on the Henry's Kitchen Twitch page, computer, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 2 timers. A 25-minute timer with about 11 minutes left and a 40-minute timer with about 16 minutes left.
Okay, so in 11 minutes, our dish will be ready. So in the meantime, I'm going to go through this. So there's also a link in the chat, or if you put in the code that I mentioned earlier, POGHF144512, But if you go to, the easiest way is to go to the Twitch, Henry's Kitchen Twitch channel, go to the About section and just click on the Hello Fresh page, and it'll take you to this, what you're seeing in front of you. So this is the website. This is where all the choices get made. You could do family friendly. Family friendly, that means, I guess, that they avoid abusive language or anything that you'd be uncomfortable watching with your family. Wait, no, that's not. That's for TV and stuff. This is for food, so I'm not. Oh yeah, family friendly. We can read about it. That's what we should do. 3 meals for 2 people a week. Okay, wait. That's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go through all of these things. We're going to start by selecting selecting a preference. I'm going to do meat and veggies for now. And I'm going to say I want 4 meals per week for 2 people. It's just me, so that would be actually like 8 meals a week. Actually, let's make it more. Yeah, let's do 3. 3 meals a week for 2 people. So that, what that means is it's 6 servings total. So that's going to give you a lot of food. So that means if you're getting it through my link, you're getting it for $30. Price per serving $4.99, and it tastes, this is US money, by the way, and it tastes like you got it at a restaurant, and it really does. I've made them. Next week I'm going to get the box and I'm going to make it in front of you. It really does taste like you got it at a restaurant. And you're only paying $4.99. So I don't know. There's every now and then there's naysayers out there, but I don't get the point. I mean, this is an amazing deal. So, and let's get into the food. Like, the food is really good. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Let me hold on. I'm gonna go back to that. I have to okay, I think I'm going to go to select meals. Hold on a sec. Sorry, everybody. I'm just, I'm not super great when it comes to items that are technological or challenging in any way. Munch Hotel says, Henry, you're on the River Bison. Okay, so if, wait, what happened to my, oh boy. Not sure what happened to my picture here. If there's any new people out there, River Bison is code for the river is on, and it's spelled phonetically different, or the other way around. Okay, so you would select this plan, and then you'd go to the next step, which would be to sign up and create an account. We're not going to do that just yet. What I'm going to do instead is we're going to go to just the, oh, I know it. The regular HelloFresh website. Okay. Sorry, I'm just dealing with a little bit of technical difficulty here. I think I can figure this out. Hold on. Okay, so, and then, sorry. My picture keeps going away. All right, that's relatively okay. All right, so I'm gonna do a check-in. Can you hear me and you can see me, right? You see me and you see the website in front of you. Am I correct about that? Poop27 says, okay, I can't tell if that, okay, I am seen and heard. Okay, great. So this is the website that it takes you after clicking on my link, and as I've shown you, you can get so much money off. I can't select this plan because I'm in incognito mode, because otherwise I'd be putting in my address and name and I'd be doxing myself, and even though you all seem like very nice people, I can't do that. Oh, we still have the reverb bison. Okay, yeah, so reverb is off now. Okay. Saguaro U says Roy Verbison prefers rhubarbs on his river bison. Yeah. Signal received, loud and clear. Let's take a look at some of these different options. Let's take a look at the meat and veggies. Oh, it's after you sign up. Okay. It's going to make me sign up. But hold on, I think I can do a workaround here. Everybody, just give me 1 second. Meanwhile, I'll get to some of your questions. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Chat amongst yourselves for a second. Okay, here it is. Okay, sorry everybody. This has been very difficult for me, but we're going to get through it. Okay. Wow. That was a huge screw up on my part, but we finally got it. Okay, so this is the menu website. Oh, come on. Hold on. There it is. Okay. So this is basically hellofresh.com/menus. And we're going to take a look at this. Okay, now you should see in front of you, you should see me in the bottom right, and then you should see all these meals. Is that right? I'll let everybody know what happened. The way that I did it, I wanted to show you the first page, but apparently that's not a way to get to the menu page. You can't get to that unless you're signed up. So, sorry about all of that confusion. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
You have 2 timers. A 25-minute timer, with about 2 minutes left, and a 40-minute timer, with about 7 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Okay. So let's just take a look at some of these foods that we've got here. Okay? Game Master Flash says, why the F am I getting an ad? I'm subbed. You're having a couple of different problems today. I don't know if you're a subscriber. This is just unrelated for a second, everybody. If you're a subscriber, you shouldn't be seeing the ads, but correct me if I'm wrong about that in terms of Twitch. You might not be signed in. Is that possible? Okay. All right. E-Lake says, but I'm getting a HelloFresh ad right now. Well, of course you're getting that. That's me giving it to you. That's different from seeing ads. Nice Smile 3125 says, no, you shouldn't be seeing ads. Lou Vlitchy says, try logging in and out. Okay. But anyway, I'm the worst person to be giving technical advice. But let's just go into the food here. Look at this. Best recipe of 2022. Actually, is this one of the ones that we made when we did the campaign a couple of years ago? It's freaking delicious. One pan pork stir-fry tacos. I've never had a bad one. They're prepared by actual chefs that know what they're doing. As a chef, I can tell you that I'm a part of that community, and I know what I'm doing as well. So you can see. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted again here. The tangy slaw, sriracha mayo, and fried onions. One pan pork stir-fry tacos. That's delicious stuff right there. But we've never had a computer. Stop. Okay, that means our spaghetti's ready. But home-style chicken and biscuit pot pie. Chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese with zucchini and parmesan. If you have specific tastes, like for example you're vegetarian or vegan or gluten-free or anything, they will work with you and they'll send you that stuff. Container 520 says one pan tacos. Neat. I only have a single frying pan. Perfect. That's all you need is one pan. Love Litchi says Henry is showing us all the options live. It's not recorded. Yeah. And you could tell it's live because I had about 5 minutes of downtime there trying to figure out how to get to the website, because even though I have a big head, which usually indicates large capacity for cranial containment, it's actually my brain is very lumberous and works in sort of a slow fashion. Borsenvin says a big square head. Yeah, of course that might be squared. The squared effect might be because of the thing behind me. Wait. Oh, that's what I should have been doing. I should have been doing that. Okay. Bobins says Henrik is a shower, not a knower. Yes, that's a great way to look at it. The Chunks says big brain means longer travel time for neurons. Ooh, that's interesting. So that might explain why I had so much difficulty there. Because of the largeness of it, it takes longer for stuff to get there, for the communication to happen with synapses and the whatnot. Okay, Kurt Cocaine says, y'all think Epstein killed himself. Okay, as much as I'd love to delve into these kind of unrelated topics, right now the issue at hand is I am explaining the HelloFresh website. It is, and I am being 100% sincere with you, I use it. It's really good stuff. It's great food. They give you the ingredients. You make the food and it comes out tasting like you just ate at a restaurant, and it's better for you than the stuff that you get. It's probably better for you than when you go to even a nice restaurant, because Anthony Bourdain said it himself. Restaurants, they want you coming back. They're like crack dealers, you know. They put tons and tons of butter in the food that they're making, because that's what's going to make you come back. Munch Hotel says the HelloFresh reps are furiously writing notes. No, you know what? I've talked to them. They're very good people over there, and we even had a conversation about, I was like, well, look, you know, the nature of what I do is very loosey-goosey, if you will. And they said, absolutely, yeah, that's fine. And we've worked with them before, and it works. So, Mother Nipple Bottom, sorry, your name made me laugh here. Mother Nipple Bottom says, I'm about to empty nest, and these look great. I'm tired of meal planning. Thank you, Mother Nipple Bottom. That's really awesome to hear. Wumdingers says, please, it's in the oven. It needs to come out now. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. Okay. All right, everybody. So basically, you can see here, I'm going to wrap this up because our food is in the oven. You can see here that you can pick your meal plans for several weeks in advance. You can pick based on what your preference is. You cannot get a bad dish. Even if you're not a vegetarian, but you accidentally get the vegetarian thing, you will actually enjoy whatever the food is. Look at this. Zucchini pomodoro penne bake with mozzarella and herbed ricotta. Spicy pork chops with sweet and spicy apricot pork chops. Like even the recipes sound awesome, but I will testify that they are really good. I'm going to put away the HelloFresh website for a while. We got to get back into the kitchen. But I do want to say next week I'm going to make a HelloFresh dish because I'm going to be getting my box on Thursday. And it's going to be delicious. And we've done it before, and it just does. It never goes wrong. So let's go ahead now. And just one last time, I'm going to read to you that call to action. Click my link or use my code POGHF144512. Get 10 free meals and a free kids meal in every box for 2 months if you're in the U.S. The link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discount will apply. Computer, stop. Okay, perfect timing. Wait, which timer was that? Oh, okay. Computer, stop. Okay. Things are getting a little bit out of control here. I'm going to grab a pot holder. Computer, how much time left?
There are no timers set.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, interesting. Let's see here. This is what we have. And then let's get in terms of let's see. The next order of business is that we want to remove the dish top. Okay, for 25 minutes. Remove the dish from the oven, top with half the mozzarella cheese, and then return to the oven for 5 more minutes or until it's melted. So let's go ahead and do that now. I know how a pizza is supposed to look, so I'm not measuring this amount of cheese. I'm just sort of trying to make it look as much like a pizza as possible. And I think that was sort of what was missing. Again, if you're just joining us and you want to see what we're making, that's not it. It's this. So let's now put this back in the oven for 5 minutes. How are we doing here? 2.5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in with the cheese. Computer, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
And this is probably going to be time for us to do one more ad. And this is an ad for non-subscribers. If you're a subscriber, you won't see an ad unless you're Game Master Flash, who for whatever reason saw an ad. But I think that if that does happen, it means that you're not signed in. Game Master Flash also had a problem with the tracker on the HelloFresh thing. But as you can see very clearly, we've got 0 sign-ups so far, but I'm hearing from some people that it takes a little while before it updates. So that's kind of what we're happening. Phantom Parakeet says, how can I watch the ad if I'm a sub? If you are a sub, you shouldn't have to watch the ad, but I guess if you wanted to show the ad, if you wanted to see it, you could probably go to YouTube and see if they have it there. Anyway, let's go ahead and show an ad, and meanwhile I'm going to start getting ready getting things ready to plate. And then let's play a little bit more of our game, Outer Wilds. It's been a lot of fun. I love it. It's Kate X says the HelloFresh details are also posted in the announcements in the Discord. Thank you so much, It's Kate X. That's really nice of you, and that makes it a lot easier for me. Because what I really wouldn't want is if somebody actually really did want to, for the first time, sign up in their country for HelloFresh to see what it's all about, and then they couldn't find the link or the details or the code or whatever. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to show a 3-minute ad, and then we're going to come back and we're going to take our spaghetti pie out of the oven and we're going to put a little bit more stuff on there. So meanwhile, I think I'm going to grab some water here. Fondue Yourself says, I really do want to, but not until a couple months from now. How long is the code good for? I think it's good for 1 month. So after that, you can still sign up for HelloFresh. You're just not going to get the discount. JSBX fan says, whoa, Henry, this is really a cool puppet show that you and Beef are putting on for us. No, every now and then there's going to be people trying to mislead the unsubs because they can see the chat, but they're watching ads, so it makes them feel like they're missing out. But that's not happening. I'm not doing a puppet show with roast beef. Mother Nipplebottom says, I can order pie with pasta on it. Is there crust under that? No, the pasta, I believe, is the crust. That's how that works. Okay. How are we doing here? Let me check in with you, the viewers, and see if everybody's doing okay. Let's see if we have any alerts, for one thing. And it looks like we do. The Elusive Man resubscribed for 25 months. Thank you, The Elusive Man, and says, I love ads. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to see any ads for a little while because you're a subscriber now. But you can see ads on other platforms like YouTube. Kalamazoo Dog says, Henry, I think the painting is upside down. Oh my God, you're right. Sorry. Thanks, Kalamazoo Dog. And by the way, I'm loving the coffee you gave me in Park City. Great coffee. Queen Laquifa has resubscribed at Tier 1. Thank you, Queen Laquifa. And JMG Golden God has resubscribed for 10 months and says, how's it going, Henry? Well, it's going well. Thank you very much, JMG Golden God. We're doing a sponsored stream, which always brings with it challenges when it comes to technical matters. I had a lot of difficulty getting to certain parts of the website. It was completely my fault because I was doing it in incognito mode, so it didn't recognize my account. And but anyway, I'm hoping... Computer, stop. Most people on here are much better than I am, so I think they're probably going to be able to figure it out. Wumdingers has resubscribed for 7 months. Best part of my day. Thanks, Henry. Thank you, Wumdingers. Very kind of you, and I appreciate your resubscription for 7 months. Piss Baby says, please, bro, get that out of the oven. My children's support money's going toward this. Okay, we will do this. Let me make sure everybody's back. Yep, they are back, so let's grab... Always use a pot holder when you get something hot out of the oven, I've found. Okay. Now we're gonna... Oh, interesting. Okay, so the cheese is melted now. And it says sprinkle the remaining cheese and allow it to cool for another 10 minutes. So interesting, for some reason it wants us to just sprinkle the cheese on without putting it back into the oven. I guess this person is sort of under the impression that cheese doesn't really taste as good when it's melted, and a lot of people feel that way. But this should melt a little bit. But I like it. I think this is a good idea. And you know what? I might take this opportunity to put a little bit more seasoning on there. Let's go ahead and do some of our Italian herb seasoning. Oh yeah, that smells good. That smells just like an Italian restaurant. Also, this is a little trick that my grandmother said that she learned when she was doing thyme, and that's that you take a pinch of sugar and you pour that around like that. Granulated sugar. There you go. And that's going to make it sweet. We're going to let this sit for just a little bit. I'm going to take a couple of questions. Computer, let's set the timer for 10 minutes, shall we? Computer, set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Kalamazoo Dog says, what was she in the slammer for, Henry? I never really had a clear idea of why she was in the slammer, but it wasn't a white collar thing. Kurt Cocaine says, is that dish considered pasta or pizza? Ooh, that's good. Computer, what is pasta made out of?
Pasta is typically made from flour and water, although there are many variations using eggs, whole grains, or legumes as well. The most common type of pasta is made from wheat flour and water, while some other types of pasta are made from egg yolks, whole wheat flour, or cooked and mashed beans.
Okay. So, yeah, like Borsenvin says, wheat. Phantom Parakeet says it contains seminola. I thought that I remembered reading that, but maybe I was wrong. Luvici says pizza and pizza are like cousins. Raggerballin says this might be the best dish ever. Oh man, I hope so. Boy, I wish I had your optimism. Let's try to dress it up sort of the way they've got it in the picture here. Well, that's ours. They've got a fancy little pan of some sort. Huh. This is not necessarily going to be easy, I don't think. Boy, I really don't want to ruin this after doing all this work. Getting a little bit messed up there. Gonna see if I can reshape this. Leftover spaghetti pizza pie. Okay, now it's time to do the cutting. Fortunately, I have a pizza slicing. This is a magnet, so everything's stuck to it. Let's start cutting here. Scuba Steve 361, isn't Seminola a city in Florida. It could be. It's not uncommon for cities to be named after food items. West Palm Beach is clearly named after palm oil, which is a food product. I'm sure there's other examples as well. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I think this is probably in line with what we set out to do here. Here we go. Voila! This is our leftover spaghetti pizza pie. It looks pretty damn good. If you look at the one in the picture, theirs looks a little more like a traditional pizza for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe our crust wasn't quite as malleable. Malleable, I think is the word. Deadlock B says ours is better. I agree wholeheartedly, and I like that positivity. I think this is basically, it's, you know what it is? It's spaghetti that you eat with your hands. And we're going to do that in a second here, but I'm going to wait for it to cool off a little bit first. So, this is, I know I sound like a broken record. This is the last time I'm going to do it because it's part of my commitment. I'm going to do one last plug here. Today's sponsor is HelloFresh. They're nice enough to sponsor the show. I use the product. It's great. They send the ingredients to your house along with instructions, and you make it. And it's just amazing food. It tastes like you went out to a restaurant, but it's right there in your own home. Your house will smell delicious, and they just do good work. And there's a discount code where you can get it for really cheap by clicking on the link either in the chat that keeps going by, or go to Twitch to my channel and then just go on and click on the banner, and that'll take you to the link that's got the discount as well. So thanks for letting me get through that. One more time, click my link or use my code POGHF144512. Get 10 free meals and a free kids meal in every box for 2 months if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discount will apply, which is the same discount. That's what we found out. It's kind of awkwardly worded, but it's the same discount whatever country you're in. So that's good, because the last time we did one of these, it only mattered if you were in the US. And Quanto wanted to buy the product for his whole family, and he couldn't do it because you had to be in the US. But now it's for everybody. So there you go. All right. Well, thanks everybody. What? Whoa, we've got one. So it went from 0 to 1. So it doesn't take 24 hours to update. We probably just have one. And I'm happy with one. This campaign is going to run for another month. So you can use that discount code anytime. And also, next week I'm going to get the box and I'm going to make the stuff. And there you go. Elake _ says, someone probably bought it 24 hours ago. Oh, that's a great point. Well, at least now we know it's working. Caitlin's Kitchen says, hi, Henry, just got here. Can you start the stream over? No, but the good news is you can watch the VHS on the Twitch channel. I got to turn off the oven, by the way. But Caitlin's Kitchen, if you want to see what we made here, we made some kick-ass leftover spaghetti pizza pie. And if you want to compare it to the one that we were going for, nope, hold on a second. It's that. So there you have it. I'm going to try some of this. Gonna, like a civilized person, I'm gonna take a paper towel, grab me a slice, as they say in New York. Hey, let's eat fucking pizza, huh? All right, here we go. It's tasty. It's tasty. It's basically it's spaghetti that you're eating with your hands because it's bound together by eggs. So nothing wrong with that, and it's got cheese. Munch Hotel says starch, cheese, and sauce. What's not to like? Yeah. I'm not sure if it's healthy or not. But I'll definitely do a slice. And then I'll have leftover pizza, and then there might be recipes that you can use to make to do something with leftover pizza. Maybe they teach you how to make it into spaghetti. Computer, stop. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was the 10-minute one. I can taste the Parmesan cheese. I want to thank whoever told me that you really don't have to worry about the expiration date. Ragger Ballin says, do you like pineapple on pizza? I don't dislike it. I am from New York originally, and we sort of frowned on it. Because I'm sort of, when you grow up just having it with pepperoni or plain, it's hard to imagine putting other stuff on there. But I think that's just general tribalistic closed-mindedness, and I'm willing to shed that part of me. McCoozy says, save some for roast beef. Yeah. That's right. Let's check in on roast beef here. Hold on a second. Let me turn on the light. I think roast beef might be the best part of the show. And as difficult as that is for me to say, I have to admit it. Because the views always go up when I show roast beef. And then they go back down when I go back to cooking explaining. Container 520, is the aspect ratio wrong, or is the cat really so wide? Yeah, no, it's nothing wrong with the aspect ratio. He's a very wide cat. It could be the lens, though. It's on the iPhone. Okay. Well, I say we play a little bit of our game. I say we play just a little bit of Outer Wilds. I know it's been kind of a long stream here, but I think that would be kind of cool because I'm starting to get addicted to this game, even though I suck at it. But it's okay to be addicted to things that you suck at. But from a technical standpoint, now I'm going to have to do all kinds of work here, and I hope I can figure it out. How do we do this? I gotta turn on the desktop audio. There's always just tons of stuff involved. And then pop-ups come up and all kinds of stuff. Here's the game. All right. Okay. I'm going to be checking in with you guys to make sure that you can see me and hear me. Hold on. Did I shout out Van Hunkerton, who cheered 300 bits and says, have you heard of the Moon Song? It's pretty nice. No, I have not heard of that. Sounds interesting. And Wumdingers resubscribed for 7 months. That's awesome. Best part of my day. Thank you. And Queen Laquifa. Okay. What is that? Oh, okay. I think we're there. All right, let's go ahead. The game has started up. Thank you so much for changing. I have a little bit more pizza. Caitlin's Kitchen wants to ask, maybe Boursenvin, how do you say roast beef in French? I think it's boeuf. Boeuf roasté. All right, I'm going to be relying on you guys. I'm going to resume the expedition, but I want to make sure that this works. JSBX fan says, you really are a gamer, Henry. Pizza and gaming. Yeah. I think I'm starting to feel it. I think I'm starting to see what the whole Twitch thing is all about here. Okay, so we've woken up after dying. That's our pilot ready to get off the ground. What can I do for you? Well, you know the ship is a death trap, right? Well, yeah, it's a death trap, but a really powerful death trap. What, you suddenly care about safety now? These guys have obviously known each other a long time, and they talk to each other a little bit sassy. All right, let's go to space. Enter the launch codes. Godzillion. Yeah, I love this game too. I'm not much of a gamer. I'm not good at it. I like doing it, but I'm not good at it. But this thing I fell off of one time and died. But look at that. We're going to be going to the stars. It's going to be fantastic. So that's our spaceship. We're going to get in it and start beginning some adventures. Don't need to put on the suit just yet because we're pressurized. But I'm going to get in the cockpit. And lift off. Borsenvin says, remember to use the square purple landing pads. Oh, okay. You mean they've got those in general? I thought it was just that one place we went to. Whoa. We got to watch out for the sun. We flew right into it once. What's this? Ember Twin. I don't remember that one being mentioned. We can try that. Brittle Hollow. Let's try that. Or that's the one we came from. Brittle hollow. Okay, I'm going to engage autopilot and we're going to go to this place. Have a little bit more pizza spaghetti. Ragger Bowen says, who does the dish cleaning, you or Roast? He doesn't have opposable thumbs, so it makes it difficult. So I just figured, well, that'll be something I do. He'll just be responsible for getting more views. What's happening? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Are we, Boy, that could have been a more smooth landing, huh? I wasn't really paying a lot of attention. Landing mode. Okay, I think we're there. Let's get up and see what this place is all about. Got to put on the suit. That's something that we definitely learned. Let's open up the hatch and get out and see what's going on this planet. We've had so many false starts and whatnot that I don't remember if this is one that we've done. I have a jetpack. I'm gonna turn on the flashlight. Whoa. Don't want that to happen to us. I'm gonna put on my signal scope. 10,000 meters away. Is that on our planet? Oh, I'm getting further away from it. I think we're on the dark side. We want to go to the light side of it. Sometimes you can see our shadow. Ow. I gotta get better at landing, I guess. There really wasn't a proper training for it. Oh. Wait, did we already talk to this guy? Where'd it go? No. I don't know what happened to our signal scope here. That's the wrong way. Vitals are critical? Why? Sorry guys, I'm oh, that's what I want. 228 meters away is that guy. So let me just see, does it go... This is so confusing. Okay. So I'm getting closer to it. Okay, I think I'm going in the right direction. We're basically just going around this planet. Okay, somebody needs to explain to me what keeps happening there. I'm so sorry, everybody. I feel like I failed. So you can't jump around that hard, or what? Not now. JSBX fan, you're right. Space is dangerous, except when you die, nothing really bad happens. Let's get back up in the air fast. I agree, EarnDog580. Yeah, the game music is great. I think we're in orbit now. What's that? Timberheart, that's our planet. Brittle Hollow. Autopilot. Wait. There was another planet in between there that we landed on. That's kind of interesting. Maybe we should get out. I think I'm starting to understand the reality of this game a little bit. I'm gonna suit up. I don't know what planet we're on, but I think another one opened up. A lot of these planets seem pretty desolate, but sometimes you'll get into some cool stuff. Okay, there's like a volcano. There's our ship. Whoa. Oh boy. Should I die? I don't want to die. Are we underwater? What the hell's going on now? Where are we? Are we inside a creature? Some writing here. We can translate it. How do I do this? Equip translator. I can't seem to translate it. Whoa, that's weird. It makes me fly against my will. Untranslated Nome writing. Translate. After closer observation, mining site 2A wouldn't be safe for the native life dwelling in some of this cave's pool, so unfortunately we'll have to mine on some other sites. Oh, that's interesting. There are a few other cave sites that look promising. What about Site 2B? It shares a similar formation and strata. So I seem to be inside some kind of a cave. Hey, my oxygen tank got refilled. Uh-oh, wait. It's putting me in orbit. Ow. All right, guys. Maybe cooking is really the only thing I'm good at. I'm going to go up one more time. What planet was that? Oh wait, no, I don't want the soup. Alright, I'm going to go to a totally different place. Franz Schubert says, sometimes the only way to get good is to die. Do you mean in general or just for this game? Alright, let's try Brittle Hollow again. Uh-oh, wait. That's that planet we were just on. Oh, we went near it. There it is. We gotta match the velocity. Okay. I don't like how this is gonna end. We got to repair something already. How come I can't see anything in my landing mode? Okay, we've landed. I gotta make some repairs, but I know how to do that now. So let's put on the suit. Where's the suit? Why? There's no lights in here. Oh, I see. That's the problem. I seem to have damaged the electrical grid or something. Let's fix this stuff here. Landing camera. Okay, that's in the landing gear. Well, it doesn't help when we're being bombarded. Where's that? How do I get up to that? Oh, that's going to be tough. Sorry, I'm trying to get... If I can hover in the air... This is very difficult. This is very difficult. Is there an easier way to do this? I think I just have to fix it a little bit at a time when I'm in the air. Now this is impossible. Guys, we might not be getting out of here. I'm gonna see if I can land on that thing. I don't know how to get down there. Put the signal key. Oh, there we go. We're getting there. Did it. Fixed it. Thanks, sportsman. All right, let's see what's up in this place. Oxygen is refilled. That's nice. Let's put on the signal scope. Oh, banjo guy's real close. How do we get down there then? I have to put on a flashlight. Trying to get closer. Oh, I'm getting further. How do I get to that person? Now I'm further away. Okay. Yeah, somebody needs to tell me how to land. That would be very good information. Well, now we're far away from this guy. I have too much velocity when I hit the ground. Well, how do I fix that? Come on. Alright, I died. Alright, so that's apparently that's gonna have to be the thing that we figure out for next time. So you guys are basically just saying don't go as nuts on the buttons that push the velocity, I guess. Yeah, Munch Hotel, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking I would use my left button to do the opposite of getting in the air, which is like landing. But it doesn't work that way. But I don't think that my reasoning was totally off base. All right, so we're gonna quit, reset, yes, quit the game. All right, everybody, we did it. thank you so much for being patient. And we did end up with one HelloFresh subscription, but this is just day one. There's going to be 30 days. If you want to see what it's all about, no matter what country you live in, you can go to this link that's on either in the chat or on my Twitch channel front page in the About section. Hit that link or use POGHF 144512 and you can get your first several boxes and you can get them at a discount. So
Delicious.
whoa, Smurf Doc. Smurf Doc just rated us with 9 viewers. Thank you so much, Smurf Doc. Very much appreciate that. And but it is the end of what we're doing here. But if you want to know what we did, I made this thing. Well, if you want to see the professional one, not that mine's not professional, but this is from anytimeannie.com or something. They make this leftover pizza recipe, and I kind of did my own. I made it my own by mixing tomato paste with water, and I came up with this, which is good enough to eat. It's basically just like eating spaghetti instead of using a fork. You do it with your hands. And so we did that. My cat, roast beef, slept through the whole thing in the dark, which is the way it should be. Once again, everybody, if you want to see me live, go to henryphillips.com/tour dates, and you'll see stuff like Naperville, Illinois, Fairfield, Connecticut coming up, and you can buy tickets right there. And I just love it. I was in Park City a couple weeks ago, got to meet Jaffe, Kalamazoo Dog, Michelle Hafey, and Josiah from Orca Mind, and a few other users too. So thanks everybody so much. Anonymous tipped $1 and said, my friend Heatpack could use your boost in viewership for a raid. Much love. Okay. Well, let's do it. I don't know Heatpack. I'm sure they're awesome, but let's go ahead and do that because I like to support other people, and I'm going to take Anonymous's word for it. Now, Anonymous is the organization that does all these types of hacking things, but usually for a good cause. Thank you, Beelzebub. Thanks very much. Thanks, Borsenvin. Thanks for letting me sort of clumsily get through demoing the website and all that other stuff. I really appreciate it. And let's see what Heatpack is all about. And here we go. Let's do a raid. Nothing like taking the recommendation of an anonymous person. But if they donated $1, that I'm cheap. No. Okay. So thanks, Luvici. Thank you very much for being you as well. And let's go ahead and raid channel. And we go @ H. I gotta get that handle again. Let's see. Let's get it from H3 @ Pack, P-A-C-K, @ H3AT Pack. I thought I was doing that right. Okay. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay, let's see. Are they playing a game? Looks like they're gaming. And it looks like they're much better at it than I am. So that's good. All right, everybody. I give you, as recommended from Anonymous, via a $1 tip, which I'm very thankful for, and thank you. we're going to raid a fellow named Heat Pack TV. Thanks again, everybody, and I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you on Wednesday at the usual time at 11 a.m. Thanks, everybody.